MLS is back. MLS is back. This is your warning. This is the MLS, warning siren. Get ready. Not that any of us can actually watch it unless you get this new subscription. This is a bit annoying. I mean, on one hand, it sounds like the coolest thing ever. On the other hand, I'm like, am I really going to pay for something else? Another way to watch football? In case you've missed this, the whole season for the next 10 years is now covered by Apple TV. It's an unbelievable global deal, just literally never seen before. But yeah, you need an MLS season pass now to watch all the games. Like, it's cool that you could, watch literally every game through this, and you get loads of other bonus content too. And there's little docs on there which seem like they will be cool. I think it's £99 for the season, which isn't that bad. But when you're already paying for all the other leagues, it's not ideal. So I know in America there's access you can get to a few other games. I'm not sure if that's the case in England, but for example, in America, there's a deal with DirecTV, so you can still watch games in bars and stuff like that. And I think the odd game is still shown on cable channels and stuff. But we'll have to wait and see here. At the start, I was looking for how I could watch this weekend, and unless I've got Apple TV, not sure I can. But look, it should end up being a good thing. We're all going to end up with Apple TV anyway. I'll probably just go and order it in about 20 minutes' time. And let's just remember, lads, LAFC are the reigning champions, thanks to that Gareth Bale moment when he popped up to save them and deep into added time in the final. And then they won on penalties against Philadelphia Union. Since then, they've lost Bale, of course. He's finally caved in and turned to golf. He should have probably done that a while back, but at least he gave LAFC their moment. LAFC have also lost Latif Blessing and Christian Arango. That's two major exits for the reigning champions. And while I still expect them to be competing in the West, you never really know on the back of the championship season what you're going to get. And I don't think it's a guarantee that LA are as good as they were. What is going to be as good is the opening game. They've got LA Galaxy, the biggest El Trafico of our times. It's at the Rose Bowl, potentially 90,000 people at an MLS game. We'll see whether they can fill the stadium. I had a quick look before we went on to see if, could I buy tickets right now for that game? And the only tickets I could see were about $300. So I'm presuming all the normal seats are taken for this game. And these were fancy ones. The all-time attendance record was set last year when Charlotte had 74,500 for their season opener. So there's potential here to break that. We'll have to wait and see what we get. But yeah, anyway, to just address a few other teams that are worth talking about. Austin FC, a team that a lot of people believe will have an opportunity to win the Western Conference. They've put Zardes now as the focal point of their attack, which is interesting. They already had a nicely blended squad, and a lot of people fancy that they could have a good season. In the East, look, the Philadelphia Union still fancied by a lot of people. They've got a really solid foundation. They shouldn't lose many games. They were really good at the back end of last season and could really have won that final, obviously. Whereas Inter Miami, a team in England that everybody just wants to know about because it's the Beckham team. They got a new forward from Atlanta.
They do.
Jack's favourites.
They do.
One of Jack's favourites.
They signed Joseph Martinez, which puts an end to one of the great eras, I suppose. And when you look at it and you think about the fact that him and Miguel Almiron obviously fired Atlanta to that first title right at the start of their kind of existence. And, that is finally over now. Both have obviously departed. Almiron a few seasons back for Newcastle United and now Joseph Martinez over to Inter Miami. So that is exciting, I think. But I would also add that Atlanta United have replaced him with Georgios Giacomakis, who has come in from Celtic. 26 goals in 57 appearances across all competitions for Celtic. That's not bad. Not bad going whatsoever. I think Giacomakis might score an absolute binful in MLS this season. I've just got a feeling that I don't know how cohesive this Atlanta side is. And that's something to be wary of. I think you look at some of the games they've played in recently, and there's a lot of sort of 4-3s, 5-3 madnesses. And I wonder if they're just going to be a heap of fun. But I do think Giacomakis is going to score an absolute hatful. So one to watch out for. There you are. Lay your golden boot foundations on Georgios Giacomakis early doors. That's where I'm at on it.
Who do I support this year? I had 4 or 5 teams last year, didn't I? I feel like I need to slim that down.
There's a new one for you. What, do you fancy a new team?
I don't want to support
We've got a new
St. Louis.
franchise.
No,
St. Louis City.
No.
They are the 29th club in MLS. I think you should go for them. I thought, you know, they've got Roman Berkey. He's in goal for them from Borussia Dortmund. He's captain. He's their first ever captain. So there you go.
He signed for them about a year ago, like literally about a year ago, and it's just been like knocking around.
It's going to be a bit rusty.
St. Louis is famously the birthplace of one Tim Ream, isn't it? So I wonder if that's where his ultimate destination will be now that there is an MLS club in St. Louis, Missouri.
Well, one for Dean in particular. Dean, St. Louis is the location of Superstore, so on Netflix. Maybe given I watched that over and over again, maybe I should pick them.
Well, maybe watch that first game. They've got they've got Austin at the weekend, so they'll lose that. But then they've got Charlotte. Their first home match is against Charlotte, and it's at their new stadium, City Park, which does look quite cool, to be fair. That'll be in front of sellout 22,000. So there you go, Sam. That's what you need to have your eye on in the first couple of weeks. Watch out for that one. They're actually going to announce a 30th team, probably in the first half of this year, that will join next season.
Is that next? Is 30 the kind of top bins? Is that where we're going for? Is it just going to keep getting
mate, they'll never stop. This will never stop. They want more money.
Yeah. Dean, is there any chance that's Detroit? Because if it's Detroit, I'll just wait a bit.
No, I don't think so. It's likely to be San Diego or Las Vegas by the sound of it. I am rooting for San Diego for reasons we'll later find out. But there is one other. I can't remember the other city in the mix. But there's 3 in the mix. But Vegas and San Diego were the ones I was reading about the other day. So yeah, very interesting. I think Landon Donovan actually behind the San Diego one too, which is interesting. That's pretty much it. I mean, Nashville v NYCFC, Sam's old team, is the first game of the MLS season. So look out for that one early doors.